I only have 2 words for you.
Rinku Singh?
Rinku Singh. Rinku Singh. I can make it 4 words. You guess the...
Rinku Singh, the man.
Rinku Singh, my man.
The man.
Rinku Singh, my man. Outstanding. Outstanding. I don't know. I mean, we'll get into the match, whatever. But there is something about Rinku Singh that it's so endearing. I think I'm speaking for everyone here. But he's one guy you really want all the time to do well. I mean, you want the Indian team to do well and you wish everyone success. But there's something about Rinku that you want him to succeed. And boy, does he do a tough job. The toughest job there is in cricket, the finisher's role, which has gotten even tougher in the kind of total that you're getting. And yet he does it with consistency, match after match. Absolutely incredible. Rinku Singh, you're a superstar. I wouldn't say future superstar. I'll say he is already a superstar. What a calm way of finishing. Here everyone's panicking, chewing their nails. Last ball, what's going to happen? You know, we're already in trouble. 1 of 1, super over. Somebody is talking about, somebody saying, what if, it's a crazy single he's trying to run. There's a run out. So many different options going. Somebody saying, no, don't take risk. Just hit over the infield, take 2. Rinku says, shut up.
He goes downtown.
6, my man. 6.
Yep. He bowls a no ball.
Bye-bye.
Last ball's a no ball. So, yeah.
He said, bye-bye. See you. Khatam. Tata. Bye-bye. Done.
Khalas.
Brilliant. Rinku Singh. Brilliant.
Yep.
Gave you a bit of a heart attack towards the end. In a game which the team had no business to be taking this close. Should have finished it much earlier. I was just reading a comment on social media, in fact. When you were 16 overs, 30 odd runs to go, something like that, where the comment was, you have 4 overs left, but we're already in the territory where Rinku can finish it in 1 over. Because that was Rinku territory, right? 1 over, finish it off. And yet, from there, the match goes on to the last ball, which will remain a mystery, and we'll discuss that. But in a game where you had Rinku Singh, Surya Kumar Yadav, I think when Sky got out, you needed 15 or 14 or something like that. It was like that. He gets out. I mean, it was a cakewalk. Half asleep you could have gone. What brought India to here, to the last ball? Nobody understands. All's well that ends well. But in that rare scenario, had India tied this and then gone to super over and lost it, or unable to win this, losing by 1 run, man, it would have made that World Cup final loss depression even worse. Even worse.
But you're already mixing formats here.
No, but I'm saying the mood does not see format, right? The mood of a person is based on wins or losses. I mean, mood of a person can be based on different sport also. If you had a loss in cricket and something good happens in football, your mood becomes better. If there's a loss in cricket and worse happens in football, becomes worse.
Basically last 2 months for me.
Both Harshit experiences as a Man United fan all the time. So mood does not see formats. I'm saying the mood would have been really bad. I'm not comparing this to a World Cup. What I'm saying would have been worse, not because India lost, but had India lost from the position that they were, that would have made you like bang your head against the wall, and you're already kind of not in great mood. That hangover of World Cup loss is still there. And then a match you should have won, you're lost. Vis-a-vis in the situation where we are right now, where we smiled after so many days.
First time in 4 days.
Yeah, where we are happy, we clapped or whatever, we said superstar, everything. See, 1 ball, 2 ball here makes a huge difference. We'll sleep better.
I don't know if the series was always like a backup plan if we were to lose the World Cup. Jaldi, smiles will be restored.
See, why I'm saying is, I'll get Siddharth also, why I'm saying is, you lost the World Cup. Nothing can compare, nothing can, fulfill that void. It's a World Cup final, agreed. But what happens, we were all saying, looking forward to this young team. This young team is playing. Then you give away 200 plus in a T20 game. You're back up against the wall. And you have a young team that plays fearless cricket and smashes it all over the park and wins you a game against a strong Aussie team. Remember, we were talking about how a strong wins you a game in this fashion where you chase because we're in ODI mode, so I'll give you ODI references, probably relate to. It's like a 400 total being chased in an ODI, right? You've chased it with comfort, played aggressive. It just, I'm not saying it completely fills the void, kind of makes it slightly easier. Will help you recover a little quicker. If you were to recover in 1 week, maybe it'll 4 days, 5 days. It helps. Every little drop in the ocean helps.
Give you that little dopamine.
Yeah.
Which was otherwise
I think
missing.
I'll sleep much better. Again, as I said, can't replace the ODI World Cup. But the way, and this young, because it's a young team, I don't know, that's another thing. A young team, Rinku Singh, who I absolutely adore. I mean, I never was a fan, but slightly, after the IPL and the way he's been playing, always smiling, ready to give the best for his team. He finishes it off in the way he does, got a little close in the end. All of that put together, I think I'll sleep better. Better than the last 3-4 days then.
But that last 6, by the way, that he had only took me back to that GT versus KKR game.
Yeah.
Poor
5
Yash
sixes.
Dayal. Poor
He lost
Yash
weight,
Dayal.
fell ill, never recovered. And now Rinku Singh is only capitalizing.
But he
on
hit
that.
it clean as a whistle on this flat as a pancake track.
Yeah, but in all of this time that I was being so positive and nice, I'm sure Siddharth had few things to say, which was EK. He was like, no, it's not the same. I say it now. I know you. It was almost here. You wanted to say it.
No, I mean, see, I have seen too many false dawns in Indian cricket. What I have seen in 2021 and 2023 is, whatever you do, there was never a doubt that India will not do well in a bilateral series. There was never going to be any doubt. The same Surya Kumar Yadav, I think Australia missed a trick. They should have told Surya Kumar Yadav, Surya, it's not a T20I, it's an ODI. He'll automatically fall. Ishan Kishan, okay, unlucky he didn't get to play, but they were using an leg spinner against him.
No, but
That was, by the way, the changing point of the match, if you
Yes.
ask me.
They should
Ishan
use an
Kishan was going at about 28.
But Siddharth was of the opinion that bring spinners and Ishan will be out.
That's not my thing, that's Shane's viewpoint. He struggles against quality pace bowling, quality spin bowling, anything that goes straight, he
Quality
struggles.
is a key word over there, and Tanveer Sangha is still very young.
Yeah.
But 28 of 29, I remember Ishan Kishan was when Tanveer Sangha then started to bowl at him. He smacked number 3 big sixes. Look where he's ended now. In the next 10 deliveries that he faced, he put 30 runs on the board and also got to his 50. That was actually poor tactics. Why would you? Again, Tanveer Sangha did have that wrong one, which got him a wicket as well. But otherwise, he was just bowling in the exact slot that Ishan Kishan would have wanted to break loose. Got exactly that. Otherwise, Ishan Kishan was only going run a ball. So that, I think, was poor tactics from Australia.
I will only say one thing. This is only one game won. And that too in a series, and the remaining 10 games which have no meaning. Your only meaning is coming in the IPL.
I agree.
Okay?
This only
However,
this teaches you so much.
it is a fickle benchmark. That's what I'm saying. The IPL is a fickle benchmark, and that is why
the internationals are a fickle benchmark. You always
IPL.
think on the outside this is what will be considered. The slate is absolutely clean come the month of March, and then you have a new slate that is presented to you by the month of May, and then you make the decisions based on that particular slate.
No, but what happened in the IPL is not of a concern. I'm saying this match has happened. You're saying this is no way. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So what do you want the Indian team to keep losing these matches?
no, I'm ready to damn them if they do.
nothing matters in international cricket. You're saying everything is IPL. So just go, lose every game. Nothing matters. Don't score anything. It doesn't work like that.
No.
You win, but you keep this in mind when it really matters. My problem is that the selectors don't keep this in mind.
But I'll tell you what. See, again, this is partly to do with, let's say, you're freezing on big occasions or not or whatever. See, the thing is, if you had what happened today, why is it that we enjoyed the win? At least I did. I can't speak for Siddharth, but at least I did. Why? Because one team threw a challenge at you, which was 208.
209
to chase,
208 threw a challenge at you.
Yeah.
It was a tough challenge, right? And you came good on the day. So there's a contest happening, a good challenge, and you rose to the occasion and you won it, right? Whatever. The issue is that in that World Cup final, I go back to it, you were scared of this challenge. What did you see today? A flat, quintessential, batting friendly Indian pitch, right? But you were so scared and nervous to lose that final. What did you make? you made a pitch which you won't struggle to read. And because pitch is not an exact science, you wanted it dry so that it helps a spinner. It's never an exact science. You keep it dry. Someday it will be drier to the extent where it will trouble you only. Someday it will be perfectly dry the way you want it. Someday it will be less and it will continue to be a good. It's not a perfect science. That day it went against you, and you got caught in your own trap. That is why I say today's win has given us so much joy. If in the final also, these are Indian pitches, right? This is what you get. We've seen it in Ahmedabad. You've seen IPL, right? You can get a pitch like that. You would have made a nice, on the black soil, sometimes you get pitches where you can see your face, they shine, which means it's a flat batting track today. Should have made that. What would have happened?
600 runs.
If Australia won the toss, okay, they chose to bat.
Yeah, 320.
350, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and India would have chased it down.
In fun. If not, it would be a good game, right? Like, let's say India came close and didn't take it up. I'd be happier, you'd be happier, all of us would be happier. It would have been a good game. In the sense you chased it, and you came close. It would have been a true test of the might of both teams, minus the condition.
Yeah.
Two boxers, one doesn't have the hand tight, you're going full throttle. That's what happened today. Two boxers, good conditions. Okay, you did well. They smacked it everywhere. Great batting by the Aussie team. And then the Indian team rose to the challenge, won it. That's what I like. That is why I say 4 days too late. This pitch should have been offered then. Fine, you had Maxwell. Fine, you had a head. Fine, you had Mitchell Marsh.
You had Warner.
Everyone, fine. But it would have been a different story. See, again, I'll give you an example. Surya Kumar Yadav, we are talking about 20, 20 and 50 over. And people I know will point out, and I see people will point out, see, he's not a one-day player, he's only a T20 player and all. While that holds true, but you go back to the final. Suryakumar Yadav only came when there were a few overs left. It's not that he was asked to bat earlier.
I believe,
So it's not that he was asked to bat much earlier.
10 overs, 10 to 12 overs.
That's what I'm saying.
Ideal to T20I template.
Exactly my point. So what changes? The only difference in 50 and 20 is in 50 you have to bat longer. So if you come in a bit earlier, you cannot be attacking like he is attacking today. You have to bide your time and then wait to attack, right? But in that 50 over game, that was not the challenge he had to face. He only came at the end, right? Pretty much same field restrictions you have, barring a fielder here. Pretty much same. Everything is the same. What is the difference? The difference on that day was the track that you played on. Suryakumar Yadav, even if you see today, I was just trying to explain, is the guy who loves pace on the pitch. He will, if you make him play a T20 game, I go back, you're saying a T20, make him play a T20 game on a pitch as dry. No, on a pitch as dry as the one you got for the final. Make him play. He cannot get you runs. Why? You see, why? He uses the pace. You'll see his paddles, you'll see him this. He likes the pace. Even when he was flicking, he likes the ball coming and you flick it, use the pace of the bowler, flick it there, you hit for a 4 there. Or you use, the pace and hit it towards fine leg. Or you do it, whatever, ramp shot or whatever. So he likes the pace, he likes good bounce, the ball coming onto the bat. If cut to that same final, same Suryakumar Yadav with 10-12 overs to go, would have played a similar innings. Because the conditions are conducive to his kind of batting.
That is the problem. And that is why Surya is a big problem. He is a condition bound guy.
Yeah, but
and
I'm
also
saying in white ball cricket, Siddharth, agreed. But in white ball cricket, you barely get the kind of conditions that you made that day. White ball cricket
I'm saying
across the world.
Surya will also get the kind of wickets that he got, let's say, in Lucknow against England. Again, had to play calculated cricket.
But I'm saying some days it will work, some days the bowlers are good, it can't.
Exactly.
But the day you give him a flat track,
then we of course know what we are subscribing for.
But I'm saying in white ball cricket across the world now. See, I would agree that if conditions are an issue with him, and he's saying conditions are an issue with him, then do not play him in white ball because he will face that problem. Yeah. But there are no conditions like that available anywhere. It's only in India that you get. You go to South Africa, flat batting decks. Yeah. Go to Australia, flat batting decks. Go to England, flat batting deck. Everywhere in the Samko Pakistan, you don't
New
play.
Zealand, in fact, he succeeded. He got 100 over there, T20.
Yeah. Everywhere you go, you're going to get this deck. In one day also, he'll play like this, provided he gets to bat around the last 20 overs or stretch, which is what the Indian team had planned, which is what he was supposed to do. But on the day you made a pitch like that, that's what I'm saying. You make an Indian team play a T20 game on that pitch. He will not get you this time. He likes this kind of pitch, which is why I said you had the firepower, you had everything available in that final. Again, I keep like a struck record going there because it's you make a similar pitch. I'm sure this Indian team could have challenged that Australian team. Even if you lost, okay, agreed, win or loss. Even if you lost, it would have been a good game.
As I had said, see, India have won 13 consecutive T20I series at home. Okay, just remove bilateral, get an ICC event, the same Indian team will freeze. Surya Kumar Yadav will be caught like a deer in the headlights. Australia 2021.
They won 10 out of 10 just now.
No, but then where did Surya Kumar Yadav contribute?
But I'm just saying, in the England game he did.
Only one.
But he barely got chance to bat. Sometimes would come on 1 ball to spare 2 balls.
When he got the chance, he didn't capitalize, just 100
yeah,
runs.
But as I said, that on that final was not the...
Even the 2022 ICC World T20. Barring one knock in South Africa.
Again, for somebody who's been put in so much faith in, he didn't get you runs in West Indies either. We know Surya Kumar Yadav has had a barren run with the bat.
But that's because you were trying to make him a middle order batter. You remember you were shuffling his batting position.
Yes.
Bat at number 4. Now you realize, the Indian team also realized by the time the World Cup came, Sky cannot be that guy.
Exactly.
He has to be this only. That's the only way he can play.
Only
so then what did they use him? They didn't start with him, but when they needed to use him, they used him for the last 20 only. And see, that takes me back to that final decision where you sent Jadeja. It wasn't so much about the Jadeja being the strategy of a left-hander, so that you wanted to save Sky for this.
I would also say that one of the reasons why you didn't get those boundaries and Virat and KL had to play very cautiously, or rather over cautiously in those set overs, was also because they knew they could only rely so much on Surya because he plays to a certain template.
No, you could have relied, but they knew that he's supposed to play that role post the 35th over.
Exactly, because you have seen enough over the last 6 months to know that in the 7 overs as well, he may not be able to adapt.
I agree.
Which is why they had to, let's say, shift from 4th gear to 3rd gear.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what you've got him for. That's his role. He will get you runs, provided he comes after the 35th over, provided you get a typical, I'm not even saying Indian, you provide a true white ball pitch that you're getting across the planet. Barring that final, everywhere where you're getting that kind of pitch, you play him in a one day, he'll be as successful in the T20, provided he plays that number 6 position where 9 times out of 10 he's batting after the 35th over.
But to preserve, let's say, the beauty of the sport, I'm just saying, should India not do or present the kind of variety of tracks that they've continued to present over all these years? South Africa has become way too flat now. England, we've seen because of baseball, and since 2015 how things started to change as far as nature of the wicket is concerned.
And I'm telling you, long term it's going to hurt England big time.
I'm saying, yes, India been that Sadogor huge country. There's so many more cricketing stadiums and venues than the other countries that we just mentioned. Are India not right, let's say, in terms of producing some sort of variety, giving some sort of variety?
Variety is not an issue, Harshit, but that's what I said. The problem is an uneven track.
Two-pace track.
Yeah, two-pace.
I'm saying, like we said earlier in the conversation, it's not 100% science pitch making. It is.
Correct.
There's a process. Yeah. You try to make a dry wicket. I'm saying 1 out of 20 times or 2 out of 20, it will turn out to be a two-paced wicket as well.
It's only when that's what I'm saying. Go back to the 90s, 2000, you saw a lot of cricket. You still got typical Indian tracks, which would assist spinners. But your focus was not to make too many very dry thing. When you start, you're getting obsessed with that, that's when you border on where things can go wrong, because it's not an exact science. All you should do is the typical tracks that you get around the year in India, you should let it be.
When you specify,
you water it, you make it the way, they'll automatically turn out true to their nature, which will help spinners to a certain extent. When you're consciously not watering it, keeping it dry, just so that to ensure
against the nature of a particular pitch. You're saying
just be normal pitches that you had. That's what I'm saying. I know it's a lost cause, it's done, that final is done, but I'm saying this is a exact sort of a glimpse into what might have been at a final if you gave a flat track. I know people will say the personnel are different, Sky is batting
format is different.
Yeah, format is different, absolutely. But I'm saying it's not that this Indian team in that one day wasn't getting those runs when they were playing on a fat track, is what I'm saying, right? That team with a Rohit provided, I'm saying if Rohit was batting on a 50 over pitch like this, you know how many runs he could have got.
Of course.
Right, a Virat and a KL also got runs at 150 strike rate in a few games, provided those games had that kind of pitch. So, and a Shreyas Iyer on certain
Semi-final was that example.
Shreyas Iyer on certain days. So if you made this kind of a pitch, that same bowling attack of by the way, you remember that same bowling attack of Cummins, Hazelwood, Stark got hammered in pitches where they were flat tracks. They were hammered this World Cup. The ones that look like Marshall, Holding and Ghana, they look like that in the final. They got hammered throughout the World Cup. So plenty of runs.
By the way,
because all other games they played on typical Indian tracks. Suddenly in the finals they look like that because you helped them look that dangerous with the condition. That you played those bowlers in the final, they would have been hammered. India would have got a good total. I agree, Indian bowlers also kind of would have been hammered on certain occasions. They could have gone for some run, but you should have trusted that process. Again, too much water has passed under the bridge.
In 4 days you've seen a
Those
flood.
three have now won the World T20, the WTC and the World Cup together.
Yeah.
They're
2 World Cups. 15.
No, not all three were there in 15, were
Of
they?
course all 3 were there.
Stark definitely was there.
Hazelwood was there. 2015 Cummins was there in a few games. He didn't play the final, but he was there. Cummins was there in that New Zealand game, remember? Williamson down the ground. He was there. So he's been part of 2 World Cups. And see, bilateral series, what is the trend? Look, India have been winning bilateral series for a long time. They are the kings, undisputed kings. No doubt
So
about
what
that.
should we do now? Because we keep winning bilateral series, so we start losing them.
Don't read too much into it.
No, but why will I not? Okay, why? I'm not saying that this is anything. Why I need to read into this is, as I mentioned, these are our future cricketers. This is what is going to tell us what our team is going to be going forward. Should I not be judging them? Should I not be saying who performs at what pressure? Who is the player when there is a pressure of 208 can do? Not even forget pressure and mental health. Who is the player who has the shots? Who can play big shots? Who can play good fast bowling, spin? You're playing a good Australian team. So why will I not judge their performance here? That's the only way that I can be judging them. So what should I do? Because we keep winning bilaterals and Siddharth is very unhappy we lost the World Cup final. So all of us, let's start losing.
Not losing. Again, look, T20Is is one format where you cannot read too much into bilaterals. Australia showed it in 2021.
Sure, World Cup comes, but what can you do as a country? You will prepare, na? You want to win. You play each game for your country, so you'll go and win. You perform for the best of your ability.
You will judge your players based on 5 to 6 games in the first starting of the World T20.
I will judge each of those.
Of course.
I will judge, but I have to make a team for that World T20 na, before that.
Yeah.
Are you sure this is the team? Your IPL is going to change all that. I'm telling you.
That I agree with. IPL changes like most of the work that's done internationally.
And this
that
same team is going for the World T20.
I think
nobody knows if this is the same team. But all I'm saying is, for example, doesn't matter who does what or the fringe players can anytime get changed. For example, Sky. I mean, if he continues with his form, doesn't matter how his IPL is, can you drop him?
No.
Then Ishan Kishan today.
What are you talking about untouchables in this format? Like Jasprit Bumrah remains an
but
untouchable.
They will no, Arshit, they would have also come under scrutiny. I tell you why, because you were only saying now the seniors can be back and now he was taking KL Rahul's name and who else? You took KL, everyone, then there'll be pressure on even someone like a Sky, especially didn't have a great World Cup, didn't perform. There could be, in this day and age, unless you're Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, that's another matter. Everyone else is under pressure. I am saying now, if this is the kind of performance, even Ishan Kishan, by the way, he was not getting any game time. Would have been tough for him just to be traveling with the team. Doesn't start out very well, but has gotten you runs now once again. So what this young team is showing you, and I think which is good, and again not judging them, but telling you that this is the T20 template, boss. You've been talking about changing the T20 template. You're talking about the youngsters playing a different brand of cricket. We've been playing this one style. This team at least showed you where everyone, from Yashasvi Jaiswal whenever he came, okay, forget the run out that he caused, which was clearly his fault. The way he started, Yashasvi, from that first over, 6 and a 4 was ready to take on anything. What is that telling you? We've gone past that situation where we're still taking time in T20s, which we sometimes felt was late. He is doing that. He gets out. Ishan Kishan has to do that. Today it started slow because it's not that he was not trying, was struggling to find the time. As soon as he got it, made use of it. Sky, making use of it. Rinku Singh, Tilak Verma also played, whatever little time he spent, tried to push the tempo. So all the things that you would admire about other teams and the way they play that T20 cricket, at least that sort of a glimpse or an intent you are seeing from this Indian team. And that's very heartening for me.
Too early.
But no.
Too early.
No,
What if India lose 4-1?
Doesn't matter. I'm not even looking at the result. You said nada. I'm saying I'm seeing the intent. I want to see the Indian T20 team be not behind the curve in T20 cricket, which is, again, eliminating the results. You are saying bilateral, they win. Forget the result. The intent. Assuming if they, today also, if they continue to play like that, let's say in the end they committed harakiri and they lost. I'd still be happy because they've shown us the intent of how T20 cricket, which we used to envy about other teams. Ki look at Australia, yaar, wicket girta rehta hai, they keep attacking. They were doing that today.
The problem is, again, you look at this 11 and why I think at some point you will see some sort of, this whole liberty that they sort of enjoyed and the freedom that they played with today. At some point, I think they will be pushed into a bit of a shell because you're not batting past the number 7 mark. The other teams that we just mentioned, they do bat much deeper. So India and these very players, yes, the intent that they show was good today and you needed that kind of intent if you're chasing something like 209. But I think there will be days where these very players will have to sort of recalibrate because you're not batting past number 7 given today's 11.
But look at this team, and maybe it was because they were chasing. As you said, today they are not batting past number 7. They didn't stop. They didn't stop attacking. That is what I'm liking.
So we'll have to be prepared for both the things then.
Of course. Which is why I said to him that if he's saying, what if you lose? I said, okay. If you are showing
live by the sword, die by the sword.
I now, if this team plays like this, again I'm eliminating the result. If they play this kind of cricket, which we have all been harping on the fact that you need to play in T20 cricket, then I will be all for this young team to be the future T20 team. Right now the discussion is still on about whether Rohit Sharma should come back, whether Virat Kohli, you took care, Rahul and Shreyas Iyer, they'll be all, maybe some of them will be considered, not considered. But I'm saying if this young team continues to play like that, then I wouldn't mind saying no, don't bring them back, continue with this young team. That's what I'm talking about intent. I'm not saying a bilateral series is like Siddharth is saying, going to tell me if you're winning the World Cup or not. I don't know. Nobody knows who's going to win a World Cup. When you go into a World Cup, nobody knew England is going to be knocked out and not be in contention. So if you're saying too early, don't judge them, fine. Even if they do well or they do bad, we don't know. There are teams that do badly and go and win the World Cup before that. I'm not saying it's a guarantee of whatever they do is to win the World Cup. All I'm saying is you can only control the controllables, and the controllable is decide in a way that you need to play T20 cricket and play T20 cricket that way. That's under your control. So if this team is showing us that this is the right way of playing T20 cricket and they continue to show me whatever the result, they lose 2-1, 3-2, whatever the result, then I'd be all for no, go with this team. This is the team. Let them continue playing future.
You are way behind the curve in T20I. It will take something
was
miracle
what
to get
you saw
back.
today behind the curve?
Of course. It's just a very small sample size. I don't know. I have to first look
I'm
at
only talking about today's game.
Today's game is very little to judge whether they are behind the line, but I'm looking at it.
You can only judge by what you've seen today.
I have seen.
Did you see this team the way they played behind the curve? I'm saying take it that you lost. Take it that you lost this game at the end, that last over. He bowled a bit. I'm still asking you what you saw of this team.
No, it wasn't timid.
I am saying no.
Behind the curve when India's been timid.
I'm looking at before this game also. Na, you played in the West Indies. You lost there.
You lost 2-1, right?
3-2.
3-2.
Lost 3-2 there.
Yeah,
you played weak opponents in Sri Lanka. That didn't give you much. New Zealand, you somehow squeezed through against New Zealand. Now,
including the game against
2-1. You won 2-1 there. Here, one game and you lost against the West Indies isn't giving me much. I'm not looking at this one game alone. I'm looking at the things which happened in the past also.
But
remember,
very different teams are playing.
It's by design. It's not as if, see, this is World Cup. That was pre-World Cup.
See, the one thing that obviously you get to sort of know when you put the West Indies series and let's say today's match together, probably, yes, Yashasvi is looking good and you can now with
Tilak.
Yashasvi, Tilak, these guys are names that you can, say that, okay, these guys look ready now. They've played in the Caribbean, they've played a game today. Of course, they'll be playing 4 more games in the series. So yes, of course, these are takeaways. But again, you're still learning so you're only learning so much, let's say, because you know there's again going to be 3-4 players who are going to be coming, and again they'll make this Indian team look like a different team once they play together. Look at this World Cup, for example. Once you got those 11, your 3 players who were out because of injury, Bumrah, KL and Shreyas, once those were in, nobody knew. It was out of syllabus, this team India, for those 10 matches. Nobody knew what this team would be like. So right now as well, so whatever you're learning is only so much, because once those guys come in, either the whole script then changes,
we don't know,
or it becomes like an even beautiful script, who knows?
Yeah, I all I'm saying is that India needed to change the way they play T20 cricket. I saw signs of those changes happening today. Yes, certain players will definitely come back. We spoke about a lot. We don't know whether all, but certain players may still come back. At least your bowlers will come back. And I think bowling is one area where you wouldn't mind reinforcements as well. Who would refuse a Jasprit Bumrah in your T20 team, or a Mohammad Shami or whatever? You definitely want that. Even Mohammad Siraj to that level. Nothing against Mukesh Kumar, Arshdeep and Prasidh Krishna. To be fair to them as well, as much as we are praising the Indian batting, let's not forget they also bowled in conditions which were, a graveyard for bowlers.
Yeah.
So not a perfect conditions for them, and Mukesh bowled rather well. Even in these conditions, with his variations, got the Yorker. I think Arshdeep also on a couple of occasions was unlucky, those wides that were given. But you knew that he had that strategy of bowling those Yorkers outside the off stump.
Outside the off, wide Yorkers.
I was wanting to get to Arshdeep, because we saw the West Indies series as well, where he was missing the Yorkers. Recently, death bowling Arshdeep haven't gone well. Today also wasn't like a great outing for him. Are we beginning to doubt him? I'm personally worried when I see Arshdeep in the death right now. He doesn't look like, he looks like pale shadow of himself when it comes to death bowling.
What has been India's major concern in T20 bowling, and that's where you will see a Jasprit Bumrah come in and reinforce it. Okay.
Yeah, you were knocked out of the T20 World Cup final because of your batting, not your bowling.
Both. I would. First
Pakistan game,
T20 semi-final. You finished off the game with your batting done. Finished.
Agreed. See, the bowlers didn't have much to.
I'll go back to the previous T20 World Cup. You're out.
both batting and bowling.
Where? On the
2021 Pakistan game.
No, it was your batting. What total did you get?
158
or
158.
Yeah, that's finished. That game's finished.
Again,
against the Pakistan
bowling.
Yeah.
Again, I'd say 60-40. 60 the batters.
Below par total, you're not winning. See, you never pushed a Rizwan or a Babar in that situation. To get wickets you got to put some pressure. That was in their territory, easy game. That was done. Your batting underperformed. Adelaide, you froze while batting.
The bowlers.
See, you are looking at all other totals in Australia. That game in Adelaide was a high-scoring game. It was the best batting track you batted on. Should have been a big scoring game. You got a below par total. Lost it there.
Same in Perth.
Didn't even get a couple of wickets. That was my only grouse. Let's say. I know. Of course, it puts the batting team or the chasing team in a place of comfort when you know it's a good wicket and still 160-70. You know you'll get there. But even then, 160-70 still is good enough runs. I expect the bowling unit, a good bowling unit, to at least pick a couple of wickets.
Sure, but sometimes it's all related to. The total also a team is chasing. You put them under pressure. But I agree, in Adelaide, England came out. It wasn't an easy pitch. Today also, we will judge the Indian fast bowlers because they did get hammered. Prasidh, in particular, got hammered a lot. But again, this is the same ground where Australia had a few good bowlers. They got hammered too, right? On the day, and India did chase it down. Not to say that Arshdeep cannot make a few improvements, but I did see him try a few things today. He tried the shorter ball, even that went for a boundary, I remember. Then was trying to nail those outside off Yorker. Some were very unfairly given wide by the umpire.
Today the umpiring was pathetic.
And that affects, right? One wide is given, then you're scared to bowl that wide, which was actually right, which you should have bowled. But the umpire is given it, now you're scared to bowl. So then you bowl in his territory, then he gets hit. All of that is interlinked.
3 cast iron no wides were given by Nitin Menon. Umpire Nitin Menon today had a horrible time. That's what I mean. I'm more.
The other one, who's the other
I think he's a new guy.
Even he got a couple of.
Rohan Pandit.
He got a few.
He was.
Menon's an experienced campaigner now.
No, what happened about that one neutral umpire you were supposed to have? That's done away with?
I think it's done away with. See, all our Indians, Jayaraman Madna Gopal is the third umpire.
Javagal Srinath was the match referee.
During COVID it had changed.
Yeah.
But then now
It's gone, I think.
internationals needed to have that.
I think it's gone. Now,
Khalas.
Rohan Pandit, okay, you can give him the benefit of doubt. But then Nitin Menon, 2 wides of Sean Abbott, by the way, which Rinku tried. It was clearly not a wide. Well inside a tram leg, he gave it a wide. Everything that was been bowled outside off was given a wide. Brilliant. Indian umpiring, we should know that there is a certain quality at stake, and that quality is way down when you have to look at it. Indian umpiring, yeah, that's why you're not
very scathing at times.
It's true. Why no Indian umpires when they're in the ICC elite panel?
He has a point.
Why no Indians in the ICC elite
Okay, but
panel?
today is a day to celebrate the Indian team. And even though Siddharth's not very happy, I'm very happy with the template this team is showing. And as I said, for Rinku Singh, let's talk about Rinku Singh,
Yeah. Iceman. The Iceman cometh, if you have to look at it. India wanted a finisher.
Brilliant.
I think you've gotten a finisher.
You have gotten a finish.
Yeah, his humble beginnings, the family that he comes from. He used to pick up cylinders. His father still does that, by the way, with all the money, fame, everything that he has. Still so rooted.
No, I think he's gone past that sob story. He's gone past
It's not the sob story.
Yeah, but he's gone past. He's become, now I want to judge him for the cricketer that he is.
Yeah, I'm coming to that. But again, for him to have fought all of that, again.
That's why he's so strong. Yeah?
Exactly, so strong. And again, maybe, that's what they say, that, the life situations and circumstances that he's fought. Match situations are nothing when it comes to those challenges in life.
But then again,
he's fought all of those challenges
even
already.
you look at it, Yashasvi Jaiswal also has fought in a lot of the battles.
Yeah, all of them. That's why I'm saying
guys-
I just want to focus on their cricket, and that kind of knocks that Rinku Singh is playing today also, as Siddharth says, ice cool, brilliant, has all the shots in the book, and it is the toughest job to be finishing games, especially T20 game. Not an easy job. Now required run rates like 15, 16 are like expected out of you. That's not easy. And the biggest thing is, one, of course, his calmness, and you need that to finish. Secondly, the consistency. This is so rare in a job as that, or a finisher, that even if you do it once in a while, you will still be praised for it.
Yep.
Because it's such a tough job. And this man does it like it's his daily routine.
And third, I'll add the third attribute, power. The power in those muscles, yeah.
Have you seen his calf muscles? You guys should check it out. I saw some training videos of his. He is built like a rock. So he may be this size, and you think like that. I saw this training video of his, I don't know, on social media or somewhere. His calf muscles are like this big and like chiseled with those cuts. And
is he competing with Jack Grealish?
Yeah, something like that. You're right, like Grealish. Or like those cyclists have, na?
Cyclists,
oh,
yes.
Man, tough thing. So he's a tough guy, really tough. He may be
like the Jan,
vertically challenged like me, but
Jan Ulrich.
What do you say that?
He may be like Jan Ulrich, Tour de France, the cyclist.
Yeah, even those two Indian cyclists, na, they're
the Andaman from
SO.
Yes.
It's this big calf muscles they have because cycling, your leg muscle. So look at Rinku, strong guy he is,
and
built like a rock.
Even if you look at it, I used to say that Rahul Tewatia is AB Tewatia because he's got that range,
No,
but this guy's gotten a better range. Rahul Tewatia just has a slog towards the leg side. This guy, offside, extra cover, straight down the ground, mid wicket, fine leg, he can do it all.
Got all the shots.
He's got all the shots. I mean, look at the thing that he did of Yash Dayal also.
He doesn't need the shot. He's a very conventional finisher that way. He doesn't need, the ramps and all of that. He won't go for extravagant scoop or anything. He'll pretty much target his V. All these finishing runs, all these occasions in which he's finished off, he's mostly scored runs in the V. Today as well, down the ground. So again, it's his strength, but otherwise, he's got all the shots. That's the good thing about him.
Yeah, he's doing well even in the domestic circuit also. Forget IPL. IPL is one landmark, but then if you look at Mushtaq Ali, look at Vijay Hazare prior to that, he's been doing very well there also. He's averaging about 50 if I'm not mistaken.
And a good fielder also.
A very good fielder.
Amazing fielder. And also happy for Ishan Kishan, as I mentioned earlier. Not easy just being on the bench. Today was under a lot of pressure. You could see at the start. not being able to time the ball. It is that rustiness that sometimes creeps into you when you don't get enough match time. But from there on, when he started striking it, he smashed it big, defying Siddharth, who had said, "Arey, now leg spinner has come, we'll trouble him."
That's
smacked
Shane. The Shane's
You
to
said
blame
it.
for this.
You said it. That
Shane's to
he
blame.
cannot play spinners. But obviously now you're putting a leg spinner to a lefty, he'll finish it. He'll
That's what.
finish it.
Matthew Short was not bowled, and that's why strange tactics from Matthew Wade. But indeed, yeah. See, Rinku has come up in this way, but let's see how he performs this IPL 2023, 24 rather. 23 was your star.
Both the season before that also.
22 towards the fag end he became.
Exactly. Fag
He
end.
almost
This
won
year
that
was-
game against LSG.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see how he performs.
Questions?
Ashish Dhar is like saying, few more wins like these and India are favourites again in T20 World Cup. Such finishes need to come in knockouts in World Cup. Rinku is left-handed and is effective.
Ashish is Siddharth Patu.
No, Ashish is like the 90s public of India. Okay, we have a very short-term memory. That's why whatever happened, short-term memory. Let's forget about it.
No, he is saying the same. He said he's being sarcastic.
Okay. No, but few more wins like this, India favourites again in T20.
Yeah, which is being
sarcasm.
The next part wasn't though. That's
No.
why we need
Yeah,
50-50.
Which is no. So that then he points out, Siddharth, what's going on? He says that you guys now few more wins and you'll say they are favourite for World Cup. So he's being
course.
sarcastic. Then he
Well
says,
done, Ashish.
such
Dhar, yes.
finishes need to come in knockout. So basically saying don't praise this finish. Do it in a World Cup knockout.
Semi-final,
then I will.
yeah.
He's you. That's why I said it's Siddharth Patu.
But Ashish Dhar-
semi-final hurdle you cross now.
Ashish
final.
Dhar, there is a problem. There is a major problem with this T20 team. Not many people can acknowledge it, but it is there. And it won't go away. And that's why that's your major bane that's going to haunt you even in 2024. Take it from me right
Name it na.
Are you know what it is? It's a 3-letter word. Starts from March, continues till May. That's
That I partly agree.
How is IPL the problem?
It is the big problem. It makes your team fatigued. Every player is known out. Every player will then head to the West Indies totally fatigued. Congratulations. If you want to win, there is a reason.
I
you're
partly
not-
agree. I partly
Because
agree.
he's also played at
No, this time around as well. Why did you lose the WTC final?
Why you
The
lost?
Australian team had decided to
This
not
is
take
easier.
part.
You know that's when India was doing this well at the World Cup, just now, and they were doing. I was watching the program on Sky. They were praising the IPL.
They have
It's
to
IPL.
praise.
No, they don't
Broadcaster
have
will
to.
definitely do
The
that.
broadcaster will have to.
No, it is not the broadcaster that shows the IPL here. I'm talking about Sky in the UK.
They partly did.
What they partly did.
No, UK, it's not United
Achha.
Kingdom. Sky.
What has that got to do? That's what I'm saying. What has that got to do with this? They have nothing. They are praising because England's not doing well. India is. They were praising the IPL for that.
See,
Now India knocked out. Now you
See,
blaming the
England had jumped onto the IPL bandwagon late. Now they realized, okay, that kind of improved our white ball performances. So, okay, let's praise the IPL. But there is a reason why you have not won ever since the IPL came into existence. The World T20. You have not won it. It's a fact. And unless they win the World T20, nothing's changing. Nothing's changing. March to May, all your players are going to give your entire thing.
Actually, higher time you won the World T20 also, yeah.
With the way how your IPL is
It's like
structured.
one laddu that anyone can just pick it up. See, it's the World Cup.
A Sri Lanka that has the worst T20 league in the world, that has won a World T20 for crying out loud.
It's not God. They come in.
Pakistan won it when their PSL was not even there.
Well, they should have won it twice.
So what? Yeah, you are saying as if these countries don't deserve to. Like, what kind of a thing? Pakistan has won it. Sri Lanka has won it.
I will
So
say
what?
it because see, for
That's
your
something.
IPL, you should have bloody won 5-6 World T20s for the way how you play your IPL.
IPL, other countries also play.
Only few.
But their players come and play.
But you only play 4 foreigners.
Australia play.
Only 4.
And the 4 is all you need. A 4-4-4 play in each team. And they make 11 and win.
India have 7-7-7. You should play 3 India teams in the World T20. Then 3 of them in the semi-final. 2 will go. And that's
But
it.
you know, I was actually thinking of the Australian team and just, like you're saying win the World Cup. We're so obsessed with the World Cup, which is our number one sport. And we want India to do really well. Sometimes think of it from Australia's point of view. Half the people in Australia did not even know that there was a World Cup final on Sunday. They don't even care. They don't even know. You saw Pat Cummins reaching the airport. There was like no hangama, nothing, because honestly people don't care. And there are people walking around also don't even know that World Cup. Somebody will have to point out that Australia won the World Cup. Maybe they'll carry a little bit of news the next day. My point is, this is not even their first, second, third, fourth sport. So effectively, like, you know, in a school, see, at the end of the day, athleticism, right? I'm just trying to think how the system is. So in the school, like some kids, the best talent, okay, you must play Aussie rule. You know, like the best physically
AFL.
fit guys will go there. Somebody the next in line, good physically fit, you go play rugby. You know, next physically fit line, you go play tennis. You know, lawn tennis. They produced. You go there. Next physically fit, you play soccer. You know, now soccer is very big there. Football very big in Australia. You go play football. Next big in line, go play hockey. Like physical fit. The worst who wants to play sport but is like really down the pecking order, chal yaar tu cricket khel. And you know, they must be getting them to play cricket, and usse unka talent pool aa raha, firstly of very few people playing it, and that to the ones that have not taken up a Aussie rule or a rugby or a tennis or a football or whatever, are just left to play cricket. Then they play with the small population, very few people playing it, and the 10th number talent in sport, and they make a cricket team and they bloody win everything. They win everything that is possible on the planet in cricket, which their country doesn't even care about. I'm cut to India, a most talented athlete in school, the best, you know, will
Cricketer
strive to be
banoge.
cricketer. And so your best selected out of a big population, the best selected guys all put together. And then you make a team, and then they come from all states, everywhere. Can you imagine how tough it is to reach that level? So really your creme de la creme in terms of athleticism are making it to the Indian cricket team. And
See, we only
have
won
2 World Cup titles, and they have 6.
They have 6. And even ICC events,
It's a joke.
It's gonna take them at least 20 years to make up with Australia, India.
That is when you win all, na.
That is if you win all, exactly. This was your golden generation. Now we're waiting for the next golden generation to step up. Tanmay Joshi is like saying, do you think the table toppers should be crowned world champions? As in the last 2 editions, the best team of the tournament failed in the knockout pressure.
What I had said this long ago. I do not agree with
Best
you.
of 3 you suggested, na?
No,
IPL format.
No. I had suggested the IPL format, saying that imagine a team that finishes top of the table, and then one semi or knocked out. So give the advantage to the top 2 teams to get a better chance of qualifying for the final. But at the end, it should be just one final. That I agree. This I'm not.
See,
I was saying at that situation, imagine a team has won all games and qualifies vis-a-vis a team that just won barely any and qualifies, and the chance they get to qualify for the final is same. That
By the way,
You know,
Tanmay Joshi, for the team.
It's interesting because, you know, a couple of days after the World Cup final got over, a couple of my friends were like, listen, we need to sit together and mourn over it. And one of my friends had actually gone to Ahmedabad to see he's the one planning this whole thing. And then we sat for good 3.5 hours, and then just when we were going to get up, don't you guys think we need a best of 3 final now? That's why you can't.
So Tanmay Joshi, what will happen is, okay, if it's a IPL style thing, India will lose both the semi-finals, and then they'll say, oh, change the format. If it's a best of 3, India will lose 2-0 in the final, or 2-1. Worst case scenario, 1-2 they'll lose.
I distance myself from all comments made by Siddharth.
Table toppers, yaar, you're just because India, okay, by that logic, India shouldn't have won 83 in 2011 then.
No, we've all accepted that you can have only one final, but that IPL format I like in a World Cup, which should allow a team that is by far the best in the league stage 2 shots at the final, which I think is
For
nice.
the team it was built for, it never worked.
What nonsense are you saying? India, if would have been like, wouldn't have qualified. India qualified for the final with that one chance only. You're saying 2 chances also they would have lost.
I'm
Basis
going by
what?
precedent.
Basis
Delhi
what?
Capitals, a team
Delhi
on
Capitals
whom
are
it was
not
built
India.
for.
Delhi Capitals not India. The India example could be Chennai Super Kings also, na?
No,
Why not?
because they rarely finish 1, they finish 2 or
But
3.
whatever.
And they lose the final.
Mumbai Indians.
Uh-huh.
Mumbai Indians.
Mumbai Indians 2020. That's
They're
it.
also Indians, Indians.
But he's saying Mumbai, but Delhi Capitals, no, it's not India. Delhi
No, I'm not saying they're not, but I'm saying you are just talking about the Indian team that even if they got two shots, they wouldn't have qualified. They qualified in one shot.
Maybe. That's
But
because the
maybe like-
format is there.
Not maybe.
Indian team
they
right
did
now was the
qualify.
Delhi Capitals
They did
of-
qualify.
Delhi Capitals of the 2020 final. Made it somehow and then one-way traffic.
One-way traffic, exactly.
You saw Mumbai, they saw Australia 5-time champions, 4-time champions.
Froze. Hari from the US. Aksar with all his experience, I can't use that word, who got this to last ball. 3 dot balls in a row, 19th and in 20th, when 2 runs were needed trying to swing. I agree. Aksar Patel, so
But
many
you know,
years of experience.
Akshar Patel, the bowler today, was very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very good. And what I liked about him is, even in a situation where you're getting tonked, he showed the courage and the heart to flight the ball. He was going conventional. I think he's really worked on that because on occasion he could bowl short, would not really turn the ball. But I like the fact that today, there were a couple of times where he gave it the flight. Okay, hit me. No problem. Showed
Bowled
that
with
big
heart.
heart.
Bowled with heart.
Yeah, I like that. So
And the economy of 8, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, 8.
on this pitch, outstanding. Outstanding. But yeah, you're right. In the batting thing could have.
Yeah. Harish Madhisetti saying, see, if the final was on a batting wicket, then India would have won the World Cup. Whoever took the decision to play on slow wicket should be removed.
I'm actually worried.
As we said right at the start of the program today.
8 months back, we saw a pitch curator in Lucknow losing his job. I'm just worried about the guy in Ahmedabad now.
No, sack the management. Sack the Indian team management. They were the ones who apparently made the decision. Do you have the decision? You're the
Of
guts
course,
to
the team management will make. Who else will make? Team management meaning it has to be the captain, the coach, and whatever.
Earlier as well in that bilateral.
And the buck stops with the captain. Let's be honest.
Earlier as well. But
you win, you get the plaudits. You lose, you get the brickbats. It's as simple.
Yep.
People keep breaking the BCCI. I have nothing to do with that. But BCCI do not cannot take the decision the pitch, and they're not even the right people.
Yeah.
They are the enablers. You know, it's like if I want a chair, in the studio, I have to take that decision. What color chair? But I can't make it. I'll have to tell somebody. So the carpenter makes it. And then they will make it. So BCCI is then the enabler. So carpenter is the enabler who will make the chair as I wanted it. Similarly, it was the Indian team that would decide how it is to be made. And then it is up to...
Yeah. Shanu Kamal, I can't understand his comment. Can you read it? Pak YouTubers are alive. Oz returning WC to king of 40 runs Rohit. After Chase Master Sky smashes Stoinis, McGrath, Sangha won. Ellis, Lee and Abbott and Stark.
What's he saying? As he compared, he's calling Stoinis a McGrath, Sangha won, Ellis a Lee and Abbott a Stark. Is that what he's saying?
I really don't know. Either he's too excited or has wasted his $100.
No, one second. When he says Pak YouTubers are alive, he would mean that they are, I know what he's hinting at. What he's trying to say is that when India wins, they come alive because it does a lot to their viewership, because a lot of Indian audiences go and watch that for whatever reason. That's what he's pointing at. And Australia returning World Cup to king of 40 runs Rohit. So he's actually, that's a sarcastic comment on Rohit Sharma, saying he's the king of 40 runs.
Yeah.
Because he does not go. So he's saying that after today, Sky has smashed bowlers like Stoinis, McGrath, and whatever. He's being sarcastic that as if you guys just be happy that today Sky has smashed some ordinary bowlers, and now because that has happened, Australia is saying, oh, you guys are the better team, and they are returning the World Cup to that. So don't get too excited. It's a sarcastic comment.
Okay.
Whatever.
Ashish Dar, day games and ICC finals to make conditions even, no one will watch. Ashish Dar, simple.
Why not?
Well, broadcasters will never agree to
People
that.
in Australia will be prime time for them.
I know.
Whatever those 5,000 people in Australia who are interested in cricket will watch it.
Broadcasters don't want to watch it though. I also agree. Day games, yeah.
Unless they're all paying like $1 million each.
I know.
Actually 10.
Okay, YV is saying, when we say we have ICC trophy drought for 10 years, are we saying that 2 ICC under-19 men's and 1 under-19 women's ICC trophy doesn't count? It's factually wrong. ICC trophy drought in senior cricket,
See, exactly.
not junior. Junior, we are not at all counting. Junior is a different kettle of fish altogether, by the way. By the way, Australia won 3. There also, if you want
This
to look
is
at
something people just find new things.
So pick up the Asian Games also, yeah.
it. Asian
Is that
Games,
what I want to come
Commonwealth. By the way, why are you not pointing out Commonwealth Games, my friend?
Yeah.
There, India lost. And India have been losing. We're in the women's team, I'm sorry, but in the women's team, there is a clear gulf. There is the Southern Stars, Daylight, and then there's
I
rest.
only have, why you do that?
Why?
Why?
Why? Exactly. Why? Rian from the United Kingdom was saying, why Tilak was like a cat on a hot tin roof.
Tin, right?
Tin, yeah, it means tin, but tin roof.
Or does he mean that the other word teenagers or something like, again, some sarcasm which we failed?
No sarcasm. I think it was a genuine typo.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I think he was batting out of position.
Just not his.
No, but he needs to get used to it. As I said earlier, you can't keep pushing Ishan Kishan to bat everywhere.
He's now the senior pro.
No, because when he is the junior in the main team, you say, Rohit Shares, you better.
Can't anybody
when I
like
was a
Shubman Gill?
No, the opener is different. But what he said was,
Yeah, Ishan Kishan was dropped after scoring an ODI at double ton.
but Rohit said, when I was a junior, I batted everywhere. Now I will bat here and other seniors will bat. Ishan Kishan will have to rotate. Now Ishan Kishan comes for T20. You will say, no, Tilak has to bat there, you rotate. That's unfair on poor Ishan. Na? So he's batting where he deserves to
Ishan
bat.
will be like, "Main
And
chalta
Tilak
hai."
has to show his talent there,
Yeah.
whichever position he gets, and find a spot. That's what I say. This is life, boss.
Indeed. Rian. Again, what happened to Deepak Chair? Why is he not playing?
He's perpetually injured all the time.
Plus, I think he's slowly coming his way back through the Vijay Hazare. I think he scored a 66 today, if I'm not mistaken, in the Vijay Hazare. So I think he'll slowly and surely come up. Let's see how he performs in the Chennai Super Kings team in 2024. Let's see. Krishna Yadav. Ishan Kishan is very overrated. How can you play a maiden over in chasing just waited for leg spinner? He just can't play top bowlers. Agree with that?
Initially, he had an issue, but later he caught up. Yeah,
He caught up.
he smashed everyone.
Yeah, Ishan Pranav Kumar Pandey
But-
Kishan
but-
can. IPKPK. Yeah, that's his full name. Ishan Pranav Kumar Pandey Kishan.
KPK.
IPKPK. Yes, it's true. Krishna Yadav. Again, Mukesh is improving. Yes, I think he was the outstanding bowler today.
Yeah, and showed all the tricks in the book.
Yep.
Different variation, got the slower one. Nailed his Yorker, by the way.
And if I'm not wrong, in one of the matches in the West Indies, he did save about 10-12 runs right in the end and won the match as well.
Yeah.
His figures though look good. That last over that he bowled did very well for him.
2 dot balls. If he had hit about 4-5 runs more, it would have been a very tricky total for India to chase down. Then Mukesh is improving and Arshdeep is going downwards in death bowling. Need to promote Rinku up the order to give him best chance to cement his place. He got the temperament. Krishna Yadav, let Rinku be where he is.
Rare commodity, yaar, at that position. Very bad. It's a rare commodity. Please,
Exactly.
just let him back.
Karthik K. IPL and spinning tracks for test series is making it easy for Sena countries to get acquainted to Indian pitches. We are losing the home advantage like an open book exam.
But while I agree with him, so that's the world order. Yeah, get used to it.
IPL.
So what? So what? Well, you can't. That's what my point is. You can't keep controlling everything that we don't want. Can't keep controlling it. People are coming, playing there, getting used to it. They are getting better. You need to find different ways, right? I'm saying like, if Spain was the best football team and other countries, because of the way they played, and other country players came and played the La Liga and got better, you can't keep hiding, no, we won't allow anyone else to come and play.
Yeah.
They come, they improve, but you need to be ahead of the curve. That's how sport is. In England for a long time, people would go play country cricket and learn from that experience. But you can't, sport cannot be in a way kept like that, right?
Yeah.
You can't hoard things and control it, that I won't allow it. You have, that way you won't have foreign coaches sharing knowledge, right? You pay a foreign coach, you bring him, he comes, shares knowledge to be shared, and you try and become better with that.
Yep.
But this way of like, I hold it, I won't share, my coaches will not go there.
And these days, given tech and everything, there's hardly, things out there which one team can conceal.
Yeah.
Everything's out there.
So what are they getting used to the pitches? Do you want to win just because you will control? That's the problem, no? That's where it comes from. When you fix that pitch the way that you want it to, comes from I'm trying to look at the other elements to help me out. If you just concentrate on being the better team on the day, doing your things right, irrespective of what comes along, that is how you'll win. So it doesn't matter of other people getting used to your pitches because they play the IPL. You try and be a better team on those pitches, on those conditions, with your skill. You don't need other elements to be assisting you.
Correct. Hari from the US is saying, Rinku looks like Dhoni on steroids. The temperament, soaking pressure power, long levers, unlike Sky, Rinku would succeed in ODIs also.
Very interesting test. Though it makes an interesting point, Hari, because I think he has that game where he could, chalao also, like those double singles, rotate. I think it'd be very interesting to see that. But right now, can I tell you one thing? Let's not jump the gun. Let's not go there. Because I'm loving the role that he's playing as a finisher. I really enjoyed this young team playing the kind of T20 template that we want them to play. Again, I'm eliminating the result, doesn't matter. Maybe they go on to lose a few games. But if they keep playing with this intent in this way, that's what I want to see. So for now, if you've got him, T20 is your focus. There's a T20 World Cup coming next. Keep one days aside. If the job is done in the T20 World Cup, then think. Whoever you want to bring.
Harman Garcha from Canada has given us his first super chat. But only love.
He's sending love. He's sending
lovely.
love back to him.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Absolutely.
Love back to him. On that note, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, it's been a long night.
It's been a long night.
For those of you joining us late, do check out a start of the program. We've looked at a few finer points of the game, answered a few other questions, and tomorrow is another day.
Yes, it's another day, and India will be travelling now to Thiruvananthapuram for the second ODI.
Wow.
But 2-day break from here to Thiruvananthapuram. 1 day break from Thiruvananthapuram to Barsapara.
Guwahati.
No, though from Vizag to Thiruvananthapuram also fair distance.
Fair distance, yeah.
About an hour and a half.
Hour flight.
An hour flight.
And this will be a couple of hours, I'm guessing.
From Trivandrum to Guwahati?
No, not Guwahati. Next is Guwahati?
Yeah, no, now it is Thiruvananthapuram.
Second. But after that?
Yeah, after that's Barsapara. 1 day break.
Yeah,
that's going to be a long flight.
3 hours close to.
Yeah, it'll be 2.5 hours.
Could be a little more than that.
No, 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
I'm guessing,
Yeah, you're also again crisscrossing the whole country. No?
Guys.
Vizag, Thiruvananthapuram, Barsapara,
So
Raipur,
Sunday
Bengaluru.
night they finish, Monday they take the flight and Tuesday they play.
Tuesday they play.
Just think
But in
of
T20s you could still afford to do that because games are shorter. 1
Shorter,
day is,
yeah.
But when you think of Surya, Ishan, and who else is in this team from the World Cup? Prasid, I think. But Prasid
didn't play.
But these two have been travelling since the
They may, I think
since that Australia series. There's been non-stop travel for these guys.
I think they may also rotate because there are a few players you want to give them chance.
Shreyas will come. I think
But
one
they'll
of
still
them
have to travel
will.
with the team,
We'll
won't
have to
they?
go. Yeah. But you got rest. Enjoy the sights and sound.
But Surya could say I was resting the whole time. They only put
Dube
me
is
to
there. Dube could
In the
tell.
Dube
final.
is there, yes. Harman Garcha finally has a super chat with some content in it from Canada. What is more disrespectful, feet on trophy or pitch doctoring? Pitch doctoring.
Feet on trophy is not disrespectful. As I said, it's a difference of culture.
Yeah.
Right. We look at things differently. Some other folks look at things differently. So I don't see it as disrespect.
There's no disrespect there.
Yeah.
Hardly. We get carried away.
Yeah. But pitch doctoring, obviously, I don't think there could have been a better lesson than the one we learned.
We take Vasudeva Kutumbakam way too seriously.
Also
when we shouldn't.
their trophy, yeah.
It
Do
is.
whatever they want to do.
Yep. Okay, so is that it?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll be back tomorrow with more stories. Remember, this series has just begun. The pain of the World Cup, people wanting to forget about it. So let's see. From me, Nikhil and Harshad, it's good night. See you tomorrow.
Good night.